Okay, we're good to go. We just make a little. Perfect.
How many years have you been running as chairman?
You know what, it's so interesting to ask me the question about how long I've served as chairman. I've been in this role for 8 years, and 2 years into my chairmanship, a young man was elected president of the London chapter, Olu. And I got to meet him when he first came over from London to the States to spend time with us at our annual conference. And at that moment, I didn't realize how special a person he was. We've worked together for that period of time. I've watched him grow in his position. I've watched him challenge his chapter. I've watched him expand the chapter's impact throughout the city of London with all of the programs that they've had. And I've watched him help lead the 100 Black Men of America. So yes, I've been in this position for 8 years. It's been 8 wonderful years, 6 of which I've had the pleasure of working with your president in London.
What was it like? What attracted you to 100 Black Men?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me over the years what has attracted me to the 100. It was 1989, and I just started practicing law in Miami, Florida, and I was looking at the city and the people and the young people, and got together with a few friends of mine and said, we've got to do something to provide our young people more support than they currently have, and to somehow form a mentoring organization. At the time, I didn't know a lot about the 100 Black Men. I had a friend of mine in New York who was a member. He called me, I told him what we were doing, and he said, you know, you need to find out about the 100 Black Men organization. So I did a little research. I had a chance to visit an annual conference in New Jersey. This was back in 1990, I believe. And I saw a group of men who were serious about mentoring, who were serious about the mission of the 100. It wasn't about coming together to party. It wasn't about simply belonging to a group. It was really about celebrating our heritage and making sure that our heritage continues through our young people. I knew right then that the 100 Black Men was an organization for me. Came back to Miami. We decided as a group to form the 100 Black Men of South Florida. I then got involved in the 100 Black Men of America and have served as chairman now for the last 8 years.
What is it that you enjoy about being with the 100 Black Men?
What do I enjoy about being with the 100 Black Men? I want to tell you that there's only one joy that comes to mind immediately, and that is to engage with and meet some of the most wonderful young people from around the world. You know, since I've been involved in the 100 of America, and that's been 18 years because I was vice chairman for 10 and then chairman now for 8. I've actually seen young people grow up in the organization. Some of whom have grown up, gone on to college, come back, decided to go into a particular profession, and are now involved as members of the 100. So you see that cycle of mentoring and giving back created through the organization. There's no more joy a person could have in my position to watch that happen.
Did you know Olu had been through the mentoring school and then became a good?
Actually, I did not know that. It's interesting that he went through that program, but that's interesting. That is not a surprise to me. Olu, it's interesting to watch his leadership. He's a listener, he's an observer, he's a thinker, and he's a doer. And it's almost always in that order. Because he wants to make sure as a leader that he understands exactly what needs to be done, the talents that he has around him to help make it happen. And I've watched him energize the leadership of the London chapter, the membership of the London chapter, and the community around a variety of different efforts, including health and wellness. There's been a huge focus in London through the London chapter on health and wellness. Peer-to-peer mentoring. The London chapter has a great peer-to-peer mentoring program, and in fact, when I went over to London and I saw it, I said we got to make sure we do that in the United States. And we have now replicated the peer-to-peer mentoring program that began in London under his leadership here in the States. So it doesn't surprise me that that is the path that he took, because he's continuing down that path as a mentor now, as a leader now, and I have no idea what he's going to do, but I have no doubt he'll remain a mentor for the rest of his life.
What aspects of leadership are you saying?
The aspects of leadership, there are several different types of leaders. There are people who lead and they believe that they must tell you what to do and you just follow what they say. There are people who lead, who try to build consensus and want to make sure that the entire group is empowered by the decision that is made. And I would tell you, Olu is the latter. He absolutely understands the importance of consensus building with a clear focus and vision of where you want to go, and then making sure the organization has the resources and the excitement around the path they're about to take. He's clearly an effective leader, because I've seen the results of his work. So I am certain of that. And he's very passionate about the work of the 100. So he's not simply doing it because it's a position, that he's elected to a position, he's just serving as the president. No, he's doing it because there's a passion around the issues that the 100 Black Men of London focus on. And as a result, that makes him a very great visionary and effective leader.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So when are you going to get your own TV show? Very well done. The last time I was in London, I went to an event for the London chapter, and I was interviewed by someone. I won't mention his name. And I want you to know you did a much better job. Much better job. All right.